Hello and welcome to the coronavirus anxiety busting tap along video. That's a mouthful. In this video, we are going to be lowering and reducing feelings of anxiety, fear, worry and panic, and any of these feelings in connection to or in relation with the coronavirus. Think about the impact that the virus is already having on you, your family, your job, your business, your finances, your community, your friends, the world. So right now, a lot of people are really struggling with anxiety, with anxious thoughts, with worries, with fear and frustrations. So in this video, we are going to start to release some of these emotions using tapping. If you want to know more about tapping, check out this video here, and it will explain more in terms of what tapping is and how it works. But I'm going to assume you've already watched that video and you know what tapping is, so we can get right into it now. So first things first, I want you to close your eyes and take a moment to check in with yourself and just scan your mind, scan your body for anxiety, worry, fear, especially in relation to the coronavirus. Just do that now. And as you scan, I want you to notice, where do you feel it? Where do you feel the anxiety the most? Is it more in your head, in your jaw, in your throat, in your chest, in your shoulders, up your back, in your stomach, in your gut, or somewhere else? Find a location. Okay, now I want you to give it a 0 to 10 evaluation or rating of how strong is this right now. 0, it means you don't feel anything, completely calm and relaxed. 10, really strong, really anxious, really worried. So again, take a moment just to check in with yourself. What's the location and how strong is it, 0 to 10? Okay, so right now you have a 0 to 10 number and you have a location. And the emotion is something like anxiety or worry. So when you're ready, I want you to follow along with me. So let's start with these two fingers here, index and middle fingers on both hands. I want you to start lightly tapping on your temples. And again, the good news about tapping, you do not need to understand it for it to work. You don't need to believe in it for it to work. Okay, tapping on the temples lightly. I want you to connect with this worry or this fear or this anxiety. And just repeat after me. Right now, I'm afraid. And say these words aloud. Okay, so you might want to do this in a room by yourself. Say these words aloud. Right now, I feel afraid. I'm worried. I feel really anxious. Okay, tapping under the eyes, top of the cheekbone. All this anxiety that I feel out of control. I don't know what's going to happen. Top of the lip. And this is the same for everyone else right now. Tapping on the chin. All this anxiousness and worry. Anxious feelings. Okay, 2 hands. You've got 2 collarbones here, a little bit lower down. There's a softer area, just tapping on there lightly. Anxious thoughts and feelings. I let them go. Okay, tapping in the middle of the chest, solar plexus area. Anxious thoughts and feelings. I let them go. Okay, reach across, so right hand reaching across, tapping on the ribs next to your heart. I don't know what's going to happen. I feel out of control. And this is the same for everyone else. I let this anxiety go. Okay, 2 fingers inside of the eyebrows. Anxious thoughts and feelings. I let them go. Temple. Anxious thoughts and feelings. I let them go. I feel afraid and worried. And every time I watch the news, I get even more scared. Tapping on the top of the lip. News worry. I let it go. Chin. News worry. I let it go. 2 hands, top of the chest. Feeling out of control. Feeling afraid. Everyone is feeling this right now. And I cannot worry my way into happiness and well-being. I cannot worry my way into feeling calm. I cannot worry my way into being safe. I let go of this fear and worry now. Okay, final point, top of the head. Fear and worry, I let it go. Okay. Take a nice deep breath in. Take a cleansing breath in. And blow it out. Okay, so what we do is we tap and then we test. So right now I want you to test. Just tune into yourself. It might help you to close your eyes. And just connect with your thoughts, your emotions, your physical body. What's happening right now for you? So again, think back to the original location where you felt something. Think back to the original number, 0 to 10. Let's say it was an 8, or maybe a 9, or maybe a 10. What is it now? Is it the same? And again, be really accurate. Just test for yourself. Is it the same when you think about Corona and the impact and all the things that's happening right now? Does it feel exactly the same? Does it feel somehow different? Does it feel very different? There's no right or wrong, but I just want you to notice whatever you're feeling right now. Okay, let's do another round. Taking these fingers again. Let's say this. Even though I feel some remaining anxiety. Again, say these words aloud. It's much more powerful than just saying it to yourself internally. Even though I feel some remaining anxiety. That's okay. I let this go. Tapping under the eyes. Coronavirus anxiety. I let it go. Top of the lip. Coronavirus anxiety. Tapping on the chin. I feel out of control. I don't want to be isolated. I feel stuck in my home. I let this go. Tapping on the top of the chest. Even though I'm isolated, afraid, and stuck, I make peace with the anxiety in me. I let this go. Tapping in the middle of the chest. Anxiety and worry. I open the gates and let this go. Tapping on the ribs next to the heart. It's just fear. It's just emotion. It's my subconscious mind trying to keep me safe. I let this go. Temples. It's safe to let this anxiety go. Tapping under the eyes. Or this panic and worry. Top of the lip. Or this fear. All this worry and fear. Back up to the temples. All this noise in my head. Stressful thoughts. I let them go. Tapping on the inside of the eyebrows. Stressful thoughts. I let them go. Tapping under the eyes. Stressful thoughts. I let them go. All this worry. Tapping on the chin. Feeling out of control. I let it go. Top of the chest. Coronavirus anxiety. I let this go. Take a nice deep breath in. And blow it out. Okay, so once again, do a test. You can test with your eyes open. You can test with your eyes closed. Think back into those typical thoughts, of the coronavirus, the impact on your life, the uncertainty. Again, just tune into those thoughts, tune into the ideas, the images in your mind about what's happening in the world. And I want you to test 0 to 10, how strong is it right now? When you say the words, I feel anxious about the pandemic. I feel anxious about the virus. How strong is the feeling, 0 to 10? 10 is high, 0 is nothing. And also location. If you originally felt it in your chest or your stomach, how does that part of your body feel right now? Just tune in. When you think about the virus and you think about the impact this is having on you and your family and your business, how is your body reacting right now? Just scan and test. Okay, now for many people, it would have gone from something like an 8 or a 9 or maybe a 10. It normally drops down to about a 5 or a 6 after one round, and then it might drop down to a 3 or a 4. You might be higher than that, you might be lower than that. For most people, I think 99% of people, the numbers come down and down and down. Now, the numbers may not be coming down for you. You might be at a 7 and you're still at a 7. That's okay. You might have started at a 6 and it might have even brought something up for you and now you're sort of at an 8 or a 9. That's possible. But that doesn't mean there's a big problem. It doesn't mean that the tapping isn't working. It just means that there's a different aspect to this that you haven't yet spoken. You haven't yet verbalized those words. So if that's the case for you, if either it's not coming down or it's even going up, because that can happen, it's okay. What I want you to do is to practice doing this tapping. Maybe you could watch this video again from the beginning, and I would like you to change my words for your words, because I've just said some generic words about anxiety and worry, but maybe there's something more specific for you. So what I do is follow the video, tap where I'm tapping and do it on yourself, of course, but you can change the words. So when I say anxiety, you might say something else. And then here's my bet. My bet is that if you say the words that really connect with what's happening inside you, those numbers, the intensity just comes down and down and down. And if you keep repeating it, you can get that down to a 1 or a 0. And how do I know that's actually true? Because I've done this for thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Let's do one more round, okay? So whatever your number is right now, just tune into the pandemic, tune into coronavirus, tune into what's happening in your life, in your world right now, and give it a 0 to 10 in terms of how much you're reacting to it emotionally. Fear, worry, anxiety. And if you're not sure about the number in your mind, just go into the body. How does your body feel? Is it really tense? Is it a little bit less tense? Is it feeling quite relaxed and calm? So give it a 0 to 10. Okay, we'll do one more round. Okay, so tapping on the temples. Even though I've been freaking out by this virus, even though I've been scared and worried, even though I really need some certainty right now, and there isn't any, I acknowledge these emotions and I let them go. Tapping under the eyes. It's okay to feel worried, anxious, and stressed. Say that again. It's okay to feel worried, anxious, and stressed. This is a natural human response to a threat. Top of the lip. This is my limbic system keeping me safe. This is my fight or flight system keeping me safe. Tapping on the chin. I let this go. I don't need all this anxiety to keep safe. Top of the chest. I don't need worry and fear to make smart decisions. Tapping in the middle of the chest. Even though I've been freaking out, even though I'm nervous about the future and what's going to happen, everyone else is too. And I can let this worry go right now. Tapping on the ribs by the heart. Worry and fear about the future. Tapping on the temples. I forgive myself for freaking out. I forgive myself for feeling worried and anxious. It's just my subconscious mind trying to keep me safe. Tapping under the eyes. I let go of worry and stress. Top of the lip. I let go of fear and frustration. So my mind can relax. So I can relax. And I will get through this. Tapping in the middle of the chest. I will get through this. Tapping on the ribs by the heart. I will get through this. Tapping on the top of the head. Final point. I will get through this. Great. Take a nice deep breath in. And blow out. Okay, so one more time, just scan. Scan your body, scan your mind, your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts, your physical body. What do you find? How do you feel? Try closing your eyes and just go back into yourself. Think about the virus and the stuff you see on the news and what's happened and what's happening right now and what could happen tomorrow. Take your time and just do another scan of yourself. How are you feeling now? How is your mind? How noisy or calm or quiet is your mind? And what about your body? In terms of the emotions, the tension, tightness that you might have felt before. How does that feel now? Okay, so please share your experience. So in the comment section below, please just share, what has happened to you over the course of this video. And maybe you could just share two numbers, What was the first number, 0 to 10, in terms of your measurement of anxiety, worry, fear? And what's your number right now? 0 to 10. How anxious, worried, tense, afraid, fearful do you feel right now? So please share in the comments below. How effective was this video for you? What was your first number? What was your second number? And also, what else have you realized? Have you discovered some different thoughts or realizations or a different perspective? Or do you have a different view of things now? Please share in the comments below. It'll be really, really powerful to share what you've experienced so other people can share with that as well. If you know somebody who's freaking out at the moment, if you know somebody who's very anxious, very worried because of what's happening in the world right now, please do them a favor. Forward this video to them and hopefully they can get some benefit from it too. So I really hope this video has brought you some peace and some calm. And again, in the future, if you're starting to feel more anxious or worried, come back to this video, follow the routine again, and just see how much of a change you can create within yourself in terms of lowering the anxiety and the emotion within you. Great. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for following the video. I hope you've got a great result. And I look forward to connecting with you in another video. Bye for now.